Okay, so yesterday we failed at implementing the toggle for our potential roads. So if we load up our game here, right now if we build a road out to the left, it'll build the potential roads across the screen. But the problem is these pinks are vertical potential roads, but the blues is the blacks, horizontal rows. So we're overriding one of those values. So like our vertical road was overriding the other one, but we want to switch it to be a toggle. So right now we're just rendering our occupants here based on their potential road status. But then if you take a look at our actual occupant class, which is right here, we only render these things. We're rendering in the same exact space, so they're overriding it depending on what order it's called on. So we only want to do this if the toggle is on. Then we modify the toggle with key press. Shoot. Yeah, I don't know how to do this. I'm wanting to say we could do something like and we tried this yesterday and we failed. We want to say, what do we want to do here? Road white horizontal toggle is true, then we're gonna go ahead and render it. If road black horizontal toggle, then we're going to try do this render. If road white V toggle. So we're going to have to, in our play state, check every frame for an input. And that input is for vbnm, and that will toggle these different values, ideally. And we need to make these variables to our occupant. So this is actually going to be slightly different, but we need this to be self, right? Because it's asking about a field of inside its occupant, so we need to do that. I think that's where we went wrong yesterday. We didn't do this. So we also need these instantiated. So we will instantiate these all to be false at the beginning here in our init. Oh, we already got them. Road white toggles. Okay, cool. So we got them from yesterday. Now let's just see if we can toggle. So we're only rendering these if we're true on the toggle, and we start off to be false on the toggle. So we can do for now, we can just say, hey, render whether they're potential roads or not, and then that shouldn't render the colors, which it looks like it isn't. Now we still should be able to get a win here, which is nice. So that's looking good. Now we need to test whether or not we can toggle any of these off. So we're already cycling through the grid here, and we're already checking for its potential road status. So why not modify this field's... No, we need to ask every frame. Yeah, we need to ask every frame if the toggle's detected. We just need to swap the toggle of that field if it's true. So why not test just for fun here, just to see if it'll work. We can say that the grid at our IJ, so if it's a potential road, white, horizontal. So if it's a road white running left to right with the color white, I'm gonna set that occupant's dot potential road. No, it's road white. Road white horizontal toggle. Yeah, it's true. We're just gonna set all of the horizontal toggles true there before we render, and we're gonna see if that renders just our horizontal whites, which it doesn't render vertical whites or vertical blacks, but it does render just our horizontal whites, which is what we want. So now the next step is to enable the toggling of this based on a key press. So in our, we can comment this out for now. So that's looking like it's working as intended. So we're already further than we were yesterday because this is already working. But we need to, I believe we're in our render state. So in our update function, we need to do a couple things. We need to try a couple things. Just gonna scroll up. Yeah, what are we trying to do? We're trying to just get key input, detect whether or not we want to toggle these things. So why don't we do that very kind of first? Is that in a move type place and a move type move? So it kind of just needs to be in our update, at the top of our update function. Just like how we're doing our debug logging here. So that's good. We just need to do a toggle. But the thing is, the toggle... Oh, shit. Yeah, we're already kind of screwed here because the object that we'd be toggling is part of the occupant, not part of the global state. So we kind of need something different. We need a global state of if we're going to be toggling this thing or not in our play state. And then if it's... I don't know how to do this. So if we're toggled, we're rendering it, sure. Like, I get that. Come on, dude. But if we go to our... What? I don't know what to do. Yeah, we need like a global variable that we toggle with these things. Not toggled for the specific grid. So we don't want to render those things based on the grid. We want to render them based on the logic. So it's looking like we might want to take all of our render logic out of our occupant, but that actually doesn't make sense either. Okay, I think what we need to do is I think what we need to do is something like wow. Okay. I do think we need to do something here. And the thing we just need to do is we would just need to enable the toggle for, actually, and this was pressed. Was pressed, and we want what? V? If left.keyboard was pressed V, then we want to no, this is the hard part. Nope. What are you doing, man? Oh God. Okay, we want to say something like what we need to cycle through all the grids, all the occupants, and cycle through all the occupants, and if the grid at the ij well, actually, we would swap the toggle on everything. So yeah, everything. I think we can just say grid ij toggle, which we would do road white vertical here, I guess. Toggle gets. Then here's the fancy part. We can yank the word. I think I already messed that up. Oh, lordy. Why do I even bother? Okay, let's go. Grid. It's so hard to type these things without looking. God. It's so hard. Grid ij dot road white So here's the ternary operator. So if B is pressed, we need to swap all of the toggles for our row white vertical render, right? So B pressing should swap it. So the ternary operator in Lua is variable gets variable and true or false. And that will hopefully swap it. Now where is this end coming from? Actually, we needed that because this is indented like this, and then we go here, do an end like this, and then we end here. Okay. So now pressing V should toggle that road wide V, and it starts off, but we could turn it to start on if we really wanted to with the search for render, and then we can see where we do it, and we can just start it on true. Actually, this will ruin it, so I'm going to leave that out. That'll override it to be true at all times. So it starts off right. We don't have the highlights on our white stones or on our white stones up here, but if we press V, we should get the vertical stone roads built out, and we don't. So we're messing something up. Now pressing V in our update here. Come on, man. Search. Okay, Love.keyboard was pressed. Is that what it is? Was pressed? Was pressed. Okay, so okay, we don't toggle it. We don't toggle it. My toggle gets toggle. Well, here we go. We messed that up. So now maybe it'll work. With any luck or a bit of skill. It's not working. Road white V toggle. Road white V toggle. So now what's the difference when we went to the render? Come on, man. Road white H toggle. So let's try, look at, we turn white H toggle on and we get the horizontal whites rendering. No, we don't. Why do we not? Why do we not do that? That was just working. That's how we started this. Okay, now it's working. What the fuck? Okay, well, that's how we get the white H toggle. Now, what if we swap our V to be the road white H toggle? So road road H toggle. Oh no. Road H toggle. Okay, so pressing V should toggle all of our toggles to be the opposite value. So we start on, and we press V, and they are still on, so it's still not working. This is in our play state update, which is like the first thing we kind of do. Kind of curious. If we delete this and put it in at the bottom, see, but we don't want to do We don't want to do anything outside of our input. We'd only want to put it here, I think, because we don't want to limit anything to our play state, so we can't have it nested like that. So there we go, we're rendering the horizontal, and we press H and we still take it off. Now, I'm a little confused on what to try next. Here, let's just try to see if we can just turn the toggle off. Come on, man, what? Delete. False, come on. So if V is pressed, it's gonna just turn it off the toggle here, which it does not. Huh. What if we ignore that V was pressed? Are we not wiping that out? This is not working at all as expected. Well, where are we toggling? I'm confused. I'm very confused. I think what we need to do, I don't know why this isn't working anywhere like expected, but I think if we go to our occupant class and give ourselves an update, and we would say a check for input in your update, and if V is pressed, swap this boolean of yourself. Okay, and then we should only render if our self, come on, that's not what I wanted. Self dot road light H toggle gets H gets true. Yes, true or false. Okay. So now we need to update every occupant, which I don't think we actually do. So in our occupants, or in our update for our play state, we're gonna say for I gets 1,5. We're gonna do a nested for loop here for J gets 1, 5. Do What is going on? So we're just going to update every grid. So we're going to say grid and ij gets updated with dt. And what that's going to do is check for input. And then swap the toggle if V is pressed, hopefully. So it starts on, and then if we press V, it should toggle it off, but it is still not doing so. I'm really confused why that just isn't working like I'm wanting it to. If we go to our occupant class, and instead of saying, hey, update gets this, we're just gonna say, by the way, our self.road white V toggle gets false. So we're gonna falsify it so we stop rendering it, hopefully, right away. We're still rendering it. So where are we doing that? We're doing that in our play state where we override it over here. Right there, we swap it to true right there. So we swap it to true, so that toggled it off. That should, if that toggled it off, now we can toggle it back on and see. If we take this off, now we'll see if V toggles it on and off. Starts off, V doesn't toggle it. Man, dude, I'm just really hitting stump after stump on this. Oh well, we stopped updating it, so let's turn that back on. It's still broke. Yeah, updating our grid. Our grid is an occupant, so our occupant would get updated here then, which we're asking for. If love.keyboard was pressed, V do something. So yeah, if we're back over here, we go over here again and we turn this back on. It starts on, but pressing V doesn't falsify it. Why is that not the case? Because we are updating it there. Yeah, actually, we don't need this. This is on a self-by-self basis, so if B is pressed, then we're just good to go. What's going on, man? Okay. Maybe that'll work. No. How about when we update, the only thing we're going to do is here set our road white V toggle to get false so that we're not rendering it anymore. But it's still rendering it. Why? Because our render over here, we switch it to true before we render. So if we take that out and we instead go into our occupant and we say, you know what, where our road white V toggle is actually instantiated at true. So it should start off as true, and then we should be able to turn it off by pressing V. It doesn't render when we set it just there. Why not? I think we're flushing it here. It should render. It should render that. It should render that. We're not tweaking anything over there. We are updating all of those grids. I don't get why it's not working. So we've got the road white V toggle right there, true. We've got this stuff right here, where we render it. We render it, we're only rendering it if it's this toggle. So we set this to true, we're able to see it, yes. But if we turn it off, we're not able to see it, even though we're instantiating them as true. So where are we going wrong here? Because as far as I'm concerned, our road white V toggle gets instantiated true. Road white V toggle. Road white H toggle. Road white H toggle is what we're trying to do. So, not this one. This will be false, and this one will be true. Okay. Now we should be able to toggle off this road by pressing V, and we're still not able to. Where do we check? Key press here, V, road, white H toggle. That's what we were just doing, right? White H toggle, yeah. I don't know, man. We're right there. What if we just say, we swap it every frame just to see. Well, oh god, I don't know what to do. Self road white toggle gets self road white H toggle. Yep. Okay. I don't get it. Now we should be rendering our first. Okay, well, it does say we're rendering it. Now if we go to our occupant and say, okay, what if we initialize this as false? It should stop rendering it, right? Okay, so yeah, all we need to do is swap this value every time we press V. V isn't doing it. Now, I would think this would be enough. I would think that we cycle through and update all those occupants. We would do it. Well, maybe we say, maybe we put it right here and we say if love.keyboard was pressed, the key was V, then we want to actually copy all this. So if V is pressed, then we're going to cycle through and we're actually going to swap right here. We're going to say the field of our road white H toggle, when H is pressed, gets itself, so grid at that IJ dot road white H toggle. If we can end true or false. Oh, we have to test equality right there. Is that, did we do that? So here it's, the assignment is the result of the equality operator and or false, and true or false. Okay, so we have to ask it something and then do the and true or false. Okay, so we're doing our ternary operator wrong. I thought we had figured that out by now, but we have to say we get assigned this being, come on, this being equal to true, and false or true. Well, so now every time we press V, it'll go through all of our road white toggles and swap them. Hopefully. We start with it on and we press V and nothing happens still. Maybe we just need, I don't know. We have it here. How about we fix it here and we say this gets okay, now we need to update. I want to do drills where I just practice for loops in Lua because it's like, it seems like most of my time. We're just going to update this. Grid I, J, update. Okay. We're still not toggling it. We're still not toggling it. We're updating every grid occupant. That should work, right? Then For each grid, if V was pressed, we're swapping our toggle. Okay, I don't know what to do. That should be updating every single one of them. I would think that this one would have worked. V was pressed, swap the boolean. How does that not work? How does that not work? Why doesn't that work? We turn it, oopsie, if we turn it on and we say, okay, now let's go ahead and print out this toggle. We're going to print out this toggle on our debugging so we can look at it. So let's go to our debugging here. And on our 5th debugging, I'm actually gonna take this whole line. Okay, we need this. And this is what we're putting here. I am atrocious at this. Dude. That was miserable. Okay. We're just gonna do this at the mouse Y grid and the mouse X grid. X grid. Jesus, okay. And we want to put this at road white H toggle. Okay, now we can see if this is actually toggling anything. It starts off as true, and we press B, and nothing happens. So we know it's not working. We knew that from trying it, but... Geez, man, what do we do? Well, we want to see when B is pressed. And it is right here. This doesn't work. This should work. It really should. Really should just be able to do it up here. How about for now we just turn it off? we turn it off. Turn off the toggle. We start with the toggle on, but how about we start... Yeah, we start with it on. You know what? I think we were just doing it twice. We were swapping it twice actually. Hold on. How about we don't update the occupant? How about we don't update the occupant? And instead, in our play state, we just update it here. Because this is the update of our play state we're cycling through, and we're just gonna toggle it to false. That should work. Let's see if we can toggle it off now. Finally. We can toggle it on. So toggle it off. So now we can work on toggling this boolean, right? Or ternary. So we can say grid at ij dot road white h toggle is equal to true and false or true. That should swap it every time. So now we're building out white road. B is not working for it. Heck am I? I'm so beyond lost. Where were we just at? Comment this out. I'm just gonna swap this to false. So we are rendering road, and V does turn it off. V does not turn it back on though. So now we need to not render. We need to not update our positions. Actually, I don't think we are anymore. Update our occupants. We had that at the bottom for a little while. Yeah, we don't seem to be doing that anymore. So anything we update, let me just see, anything we update. Update occupants, legal move, highlight. We do update it all. But we took out any relevant. Yeah, we don't, actually. Yeah, update occupants, legal move, highlight. This actually won't do anything. This actually won't do anything. I don't think this will do anything. Because if we look at our occupant, we're not actually updating anything. So V is pressed, we turn it off. Now, what if we say if it's true, then come on, man. If it's true, we want it off. And then else, if it's false, we want it on. Instead of our ternary, which doesn't seem to be working properly. Let's just try to do it manually like this. Let's try that. We should toggle it on and off. Yes. Thank you. So for some reason our ternary operator was not working for that. But now we can toggle that on at least. So we don't need to update our occupants because there's no occupant logic to update. We do have a toggle we need to update, and we update that based on a key press here. So we can do other, we need the other directions, or the other potential road toggles. Then we'll say so we can do road white horizontal, and then we can do, we want to replace this with, not what I wanted. You know what? We can delete this. We can delete this. Okay, we want B to be that one. Then we also want B. We want N. We want M. And what we want to modify is, we can delete this. We're going to say not what I wanted. I don't remember what my keyboard shortcut was. Leader S. So if B is pressed, we can leader S. It's not working. It's not working one bit. Oh, you know what it is? I need to be on the road, on the name I want to replace, then leader S. That's what it is. So I want to say we replace this with road. This is not global. We just want it. Well, I messed this up. Here. We can substitute. We want to substitute white with black. Okay, so now B should toggle black horizontal. Cool. So we've got to toggle that. So now if they're overriding each other, we can just toggle them off and see and test for every possible state. Cool. We do need to make it so that white horizontal does initialize as false. Now that we've got toggle working, okay, and then we just need to do the rest. N will be white vertical, right? Something like that, white vertical toggle. And then this one, M will be black vertical toggle. So we can say substitute white H for black vertical. And then we should be starting with that false. I don't get why that's not false. We might... No, we took it off here. And in our occupants, I could have sworn we changed that. Okay. So if we build out a little road on either side here, we can toggle on our potential road. This is left to right, then this is top down, and top down. So we're building out our roads and we can toggle them off. So the reason this was a problem, well, I guess in order to show how it was a problem, we can do something like this, and then we can toggle them all on. So now it says pink, which is a vertical road check, but it doesn't show the status that that they're actually blue as well. So they're blue and they're pink. So if we turn off those two, we can see they're blue and pink, but we didn't have a way to show both of those things at the same time since they render the same. They overlap the render with one another. So now we can test and make sure we know what is a road, a vertical road, horizontal road, and we can toggle that and make sure those are working correctly. That's good. So I'm glad we got that figured out finally. Let's go to our play state and just make sure nothing is messy in here. Okay, yeah. I think it's pretty clean. Let's just give us a note about our thing right here. We're gonna say that this is potential road toggles. But we want to the reason I did that is so that we could to get rid of it. or not, you know, to hide it. Bugs me the last end is in there. This is good though. This is one of the last things we want to debug, test. Whatever. Okay. I'm going to change this key map here actually. We've got FS as this. I want this to actually be MK make view, marker view, I don't know what that stands for, and load view. So make view, load view, make view, load view. Okay, that's how we can do our, we can load our folds. Yeah, you know what? Actually, I just messed up. I want this right here. I don't know how to do folds, man. Okay, we gotta change the key map again. vbnm gets us right to our terminal, so we actually need to do something different here. In our remap, we need our MV actually just maybe VV, I don't know. VV to save, LV to load. So like if we open this and then we load. You know what? V is an awful shit. V is an awful shit. This is bad. Oh, this is bad. I don't know what I did. Does it still work? Okay. We got it. We got it working finally for that. So now we can worry more about bug hunting. Because there was one instance I found that horizontal road wasn't building right, which makes me think we messed something up and forgot something. But we'll fix that when we find more bugs, now that we've got better tools. We take a look at our git diff. We added our render inside of our toggle field, and then we add all this key put detection to swap our toggles, and then we're rendering some debugging. So all in all, a pretty clean feature add today, which is toggle all potential roads. Cool. So tomorrow we're going to be building out specific roads and then specifically debugging, or we might take a little logic break and go for updating our artwork, because once it looks really pretty, then we might be more inclined to keep chugging along and get to the end, because once maybe we spice it up a bit with artwork and then we want to work on it more, you know, so we'll see. We'll see. Okay, yeah, I mean, I already get pushed it, so I'll catch you guys next episode for some more progress done.